Porter's always complaining about something.
Yeah, usually us.
This time, she's got Sheriff Withers with her.
In that case, we got something to worry about.
Scatter.
Come on, Sheriff Withers.
I've got a squashed apple in my shoe.
Too late. Never mind about your shoe. You can worry about that later.
Hi, Mrs. Porter. Care for an apple?
No, thank you, Elmer. Apples always weaken my dentures.
How about you, Sheriff? Care for an apple?
I just stepped on an apple. It was all squishy.
Crumb Apple Farm never sends rotten apples to market.
You shouldn't let them stay on the ground when they're all squishy.
Elmer Crumb, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Allowing this music pop festival, or whatever it is, to go on. I don't know what your father and mother would say.
Well, they're not here right now. They're on vacation in Europe.
I know that, but look what you've done to the farm. You've turned it into a circus.
That's not fair, Mrs. Porter. Elmer said we could use the farm, but we sure haven't turned it into a circus.
If it's not a circus, it's a sideshow.
Mrs. Porter, all we're trying to do is spread some good vibes.
Vibes?
It's the age of Aquarius.
Love your brother and sister.
Peace.
Such rubbish.
No, it isn't. There's so much tension in the world. The music celebration will be a release.
A release from what?
Tension, of course.
Your little music celebration is going to release the world's tension.
It's an effort. Doesn't that count for something?
Not as far as I'm concerned. I can't imagine your mother allowing you to do this, Muriel. I'll have a few words to say to her. Tisk, tisk.
Music, bees, and flowers is a return to nature. Porter.
This apple farm doesn't have to return to nature. It is nature. If these young people want a rock concert, let them go to Centerville.
The tickets are too expensive.
Way too expensive. Most kids can't afford them. Ours doesn't cost anything, unless you want to make a donation.
Young people are actually living in the fields, washing in the streams, and sleeping under the stars.
Only until the celebration's over tomorrow night.
I don't care if it's one more second. I'm certain it's illegal.
Love.
What? What is this?
It's a flower, Mrs. Porter. Flower power.
I don't want a flower. Take it back.
Love.
I'm allergic to flowers. Take it away. Take it away.
This gathering.
We call it a tribal gathering.
Tribal gathering. Have you ever heard of anything so absurd, Sheriff?
I don't understand any of it. Broken down buses painted all kinds of crazy colors. Flowers, guitars, tambourines.
Beats, pass them on.
What? Who are you?
They call me Beats.
What an idiotic name.
Excuse me.
Then you're an idiot. Get away from me and get a haircut.
Like I say, I don't understand any of it.
I consider it my civic duty to stop this foolishness before it goes any further.
You can't do that, Mrs. Porter.
Watch me.
My property.
I say applesauce.
Get your head together, man. After tomorrow night, music, beads, and flowers will be over and done with. A beautiful memory.
Maybe that is the best thing, Mrs. Porter. Let them do their thing and be done with it.
If we allow this foolishness to go on, what's going to prevent another group of youngsters from putting on a concert next week? Who gave them a license?
License?
You kids do have a license, don't you?
Sure.
I guess I better see it then. Who issued it?
Town clerk?
Oh, it's the start of the weekend. I can check with him now. He's gone fishing.
It's somewhere in the files.
She's lying, Sheriff!
Beats, pass them on.
And a flower.
I don't want any beads, and I don't want any flowers.
Please.
Let me handle this, Mrs. Porter. Find the license. In the meantime, I'll just wander about Crum's Apple Farm and see what's going on. There seem to be a lot of suspicious-looking kids around here.
They all should be arrested, hippies.